Hi, good afternoon.
Whoa.
Our fearless leader is coming in hot from a recruiting appointment, so she's almost here.
Hiring.
Huh?
Hopefully she's hiring.
I think it went well, according to her. So, sometimes it just runs over just a few minutes. So she's will be here shortly. So we'll jump right into it. Mission, vision, values, beliefs. So Tina. Hi, Tina. Come on up.
Hello, everybody. I know we've talked about this before, but I wanted to give my spin on it. So we're holding the Prom for a Purpose for Cindy Coos, who has ALS. Here is my ask from you guys. First of all, let me tell you about the event. It is going to be so fun. We are going to random generate the prom court that day. So if you didn't make it in high school, here's your second chance to make it. Okay. So we're gonna announce, we're gonna have sashes, we're gonna have tiaras, we're having the whole thing. It is gonna be super fun. We have photo booths, we're gonna have a DJ, we're gonna have glow sticks. Like, this is prom for grown-ups. So if you are on the fence about attending, please consider coming. That's my first thing. And it is formal attire, but like, well, however you show up is however you show up. It's not like we're gonna kick you up. Second thing is, the reason we're doing is because Cindy's doing experimental treatment in Miami for her ALS, and it's very expensive to fly there, to have accommodations, and then just to do the treatment. And she's having really good responses from it, like very, very good responses. So this is so near and dear to my heart and this office's heart, because she was at the beginning here when we started it. So my second ask is, we also need donations, like raffle items. So if everybody could bring one thing, like a gift card, a bottle of wine, something, it could make such a huge impact for her and her family that day. And you can put it into my office. Me and the most beautiful Miss Mari Howe are doing this together, and we are working tirelessly in the background. But the most important, it is going to be so fun. So please consider signing up. Yes, ma'am.
I was pushing one of those like wine raffles for like a given itself.
Yep.
Talking about.
Yep.
We do need lots of wine.
Lots of wine. Yep.
And then what are the gift cards? Are you supposed to?
So I think it's going to depend, like, we'll have to kind of figure out what we have at the end, and like maybe we'll pair it with something, or maybe we'll do a gift card tree. I think we'll get all the donations, and then at the end, I know Mari's working on maybe having like a special MC, like someone famous maybe come, which could be huge. So lots of fun surprises. And you could be like a prom court, like king or queen. Think of that. You're not going to be at Alex for sure. What?
Gonna wear his crown in.
I don't know where his crown anyways.
Right.
Yeah. There are flyers made, and I can give them to you.
Okay.
And then and the QR code takes you right to the website as well too. So you can actually like click on it, and then you can text it out to all the people that you know as well.
Okay, I was also thinking just to maybe get some more donations. Businesses.
I have that too.
Okay.
So if you want to pop by my office, I can give you all of that. Yes. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, hope to see you there, and everybody will look so beautiful, and it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, I know. I'm dressed. Isn't that fun?
All right. Thanks, Tina. Tamron, do you want to talk about this a little bit? I know we've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, we don't have to keep on. I was there. I was excited. I was saying, just so you guys know, just kind of quick update on this coming Sunday. We're actually going to be at the Pathway over on the south side to one of the transitional kind of like living places. So we're going to be providing a lunch. You guys were wonderful like last week with the donation. So it was actually enough to be able to cover the 25 people that we're going to be feeding there. We have enough care packages. We're going to give them some socks and stuff. So for this coming event that we have coming up this week and before St. Patty's or whatever, we're kind of good to go. So I thank you guys for being a blessing to those 25 individuals that are in there, and kind of all that I got for you guys now. Anytime you guys, feel like it, or you support monetary or any type of physical donations, as it starts getting warmer outside, there's going to be more and more people that are going to be outside. So I'm sure we'll probably need some more things along the way, but for for now, we're pretty good. So thank you guys.
Great. All right, bucket filled. Oh, yes, Alex.
Oh. I'm gonna put Tanika's phone number on the board. If everybody could shoot her a nice text that we're thinking of her. Yeah.
I can talk about that. So I don't know if you guys saw Tanika's Facebook post. She was out door knocking yesterday and was attacked by a dog at a house. She did require several stitches.
16.
And she's a little shaken up, so just if you can send your good vibes, prayers, what have you to her, give her a little good juju, I'm sure it'll make her feel all warm and fuzzy. It wasn't that dog, no. Cats, yeah.
At Focus Title, Kayla Wickens, twice in the last month, she has done some, I know it sounds stupid, I needed an emergency title search on something for somebody. And within like an hour, she was able to provide the documents that she needed. And then I had another one for an estate sale shortly after that, and she was, again, within that morning, getting back to me with, what's right. I'll just give her a little shout out, because she's been really, really good at that.
Yeah, Kayla, so good, thank you. Any other bucket fills? Yes,
I'll give one to you. You're still holding fort down.
I am. You're welcome. And I think there's changes coming soon. I don't want to speak too shortly, but I think we're on a good path for that front desk role, so it's exciting, yes.
I'll give one to you too for Opportunity Next. Yeah, I know those events are a lot of work to put together, and we're just really appreciative that you guys take the time to do that for all of us. So,
Oh, of course,
totally.
yeah, and thank you for all the teams and vendors that came to Opportunity Knox yesterday, and all the agents that showed up. It's definitely something that, we like to run a couple times a year, so be on the lookout for more opportunities. And I'll just say this, if you were not able to attend Opportunity Knox and you do want to have conversations about joining a team, start with me and Dana. We can kind of help lead you and guide you through that process with our teams. But most of them are hiring. So if you've ever thought about joining a team, reach out. Cool. Who else? Three, two, one, moving on. All right. So a few office updates. First, I'd like to welcome some new agents. We have Manny and Dylan joining us. Manny's over at our accelerator class that started this week. Dylan is in school, so you'll probably see him more around later this summer.
I just gave my phone number to an officer and got out of a ticket, so that was fun.
Work it, Dana, work it.
Out-of-state plates got me pulled over. I would have been here 5 minutes early. I was just meeting with the R2 recruit. And he was like, well, if you go get your plates by Friday and give me your phone number, I'll let you go. And I was like, all right, so here's my phone number. Awkward. That's a first for me. So I guess it's different here in Wisconsin.
Still got it, Dana. Still got it.
Yeah, very awkward way to start the team meeting. It is what it is. I like to bring excitement to the group. Did you guys introduce the ALC?
No.
Okay. So we're excited to introduce the new ALC for the year. So Sharice, if you want to wave, everyone knows Sharice. Is Ed here? Nope. Okay. Ed from the land team. We've got James Kruckerberg. Is he in here anyway? Just walked out. All right. Katie Nikovic. Nicole. Is Nicole in here? Yep. Hi. Pat Cotter. Pat, hey. Peter. Is Peter in here? Nope. Okay. Awesome. Sheila Smith. Hello, hello. Zach Shipley, who was downstairs earlier. Is he here? Oh, hi. In the front row. Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta do the big wait. Tiffany. She was here this morning too. I don't know. Okay. Alex, I know you're in here, so say hello. You are here. You don't get to act tired. You guys kept me out too late and I'm tired. And Michael Medina. He's not in here now. All right. Guys, so if you don't know a whole lot about the AOC, it's an honor for them to get to sit on the board of directors. You have to work hard to be in the top 20%. And then I put them through a little bit more rigorous of a process this year than they're used to. So some different structure and accountabilities coming into play with it, but some questionnaires and a lot of questions about life and where they want to go. So they're really excited about the changes that are coming and then the things that they're going to get to pour into all of you. So give them a round of applause for taking that next step. All right, so we are excited. Let me move this so it's not blocking. Pictures of the Easter Bunny. So we are purchasing an Easter Bunny costume thanks to Katie's idea instead of renting an Easter Bunny to come visit you guys. So I do need a volunteer who wants to wear the Easter Bunny suit. So anybody from, I will say that you have been nominated by a few people. Oh, okay. Do you really? Oh, okay, man. All right. So we are looking for someone to wear the actual Easter Bunny costume that we're going to be purchasing, but we will offer this out for all agents and teams to participate. We'll do the marketing for you guys. You can submit it to Lindsay and get the brochures done. But you have to bring pre-stuffed plastic eggs. Do not drop off candy and separate eggs because that would be really hard for us to get them all filled. And then we're going to have the actual Easter egg hunt here in the office, and we're going to have a whole backdrop and area for them to take pictures and make it a lot of fun. So free event here for you guys. So we just want to get it going and get it updated for you. So if any volunteers want to wear the Easter Bunny costume, let us know.
Nate does.
And it's March Madness. So we are doing a potluck and bracket challenge on the 18th, guys. This is going to be fun. And thanks to Alex on the ALC for putting this together. So we'll get all this posted, but if you guys want to scan the QR code and start getting your stuff all integrated. So again, that's going to be next week, and it's the day after St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to do our March Madness, but everybody can wear their favorite jerseys, favorite basketball gear. So we're going to have a good time doing that. And that'll be the team meeting where we go over all of the awards from February. And then tech and marketing update. So there's a lot of new features coming up with unveiling enhanced features. So if you guys haven't been playing with the custom sites, I highly recommend you do. I keep pushing out to you guys the Marty Miller 66-day challenge. He is doing 9.0 right now. They're 5-minute videos. They're really good on landing pages and your custom agent site. There's a lot of new things like your favorite vendors, just like Focus and all your lenders that come into the office. You guys can actually have a landing page for all your favorite vendors now that'll plug and play into your current websites. And you can have up to 12 vendors on your site, so it's pretty cool. The reviews page has changed. The features properties, you can actually feature 15 properties now on your website. And it pulls them in. They're really updating all of the sites and the colors that you can choose. So if you need help with that, let Kathleen know, let myself know. Any of the team is ready to help you with that. So you can now add videos to your homepage, including YouTube, and then there's another, you can do IDX integrations. If you guys need help with that, let us know, but it's pretty easy. So has anyone actually used the site like at a high level yet? No? We need to change that because you're paying for it and it works really well.
Now in the YouTube videos, the workaround to get stuff like that.
It was hard before. It was very clunky. Yeah. And it's really easy now. Yeah, and then the IDX listing search is huge. It has gotten so much better because before, one of the things that would happen is if you would go in and put like a city in there and you were just searching for a specific city, it would take like 5 minutes to load. And then when it would load, it wasn't always accurate. It wouldn't show you all the properties. You were having to wait like 48 hours before a property actually showed up. So if it was on the MLS, it was like 2 days later before it showed up in KW. It is instant now. So we did some beta tests this week. It was really cool. So they're really working hard on bringing all that over. You can actually insert your listings through commands and it'll put it live on your MLS too. So just some things to play around with. They're working really hard though behind the scenes. And so coming up, we just have some agent side customization, grow your farm with Focus Title, and then compliance and commands. And Peter, did you have anything to add about the March 20th?
Oh, different.
He's not. Oh, okay.
Peter's out in North.
Peter goes in.
Oh, okay.
So many Peters.
I know. You didn't grab them?
Oh, they're downstairs.
Okay.
So a couple of things, this is notes from Sarah for you guys. So a couple of things she's seeing a lot as she's reviewing opportunities. As we're getting busier and more buyers, we're writing more offers for more buyers. People are forgetting to strike their agency on lines 1 and 2 of the offer to purchase. So if you are an agent of the buyer, you would strike everything on line 2. If you're writing something as a customer, you would strike agent of buyer and agent of buyer and seller. So just make sure that you're checking that as you're writing your offers. It's the most common thing that's missed, and you will have to write an amendment if you don't have it stricken. So just watch out for yourself. And then reminder, if a house was built before 1978, even if they did not include a lead-based paint disclosure in the documents, it's required. So you'll have to do an amendment to add that in. The sellers will just have to sign that if they don't have knowledge of it. Yeah,
Is that new?
it's always been a requirement if it's before 1978. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I took it
before.
the opposite.
Oh, no, before
I thought you
19.
were telling us that no matter what, we had to have one. Never
Yeah.
mind me.
Yeah, after, okay, we're here, awesome, okay.
I'll
Thank you,
help, I'll
Robbie. Perfect. After 1978, it's optional, thanks, Robbie. Yeah, I asked Kathleen to print them, and then I didn't bring them up, so I assumed they didn't. So just a reminder for you guys of the camera process. So Sarah emails out, like, don't forget to submit your camera and how does that look? But we've had a lot of questions lately as people are writing offers, things fall through. What does the process look like? Both for like the tactical side of getting the buyer's earnest money returned, and then also what happens in command. So Kim on my team, who I think she's downstairs, she made this for our team, and then also something we've shared with the PC agents. But this is a nice, like, just a quick run through of like, here's your process. So is it a buyer or a seller? Make sure that you have a notice that if it fell apart because of home inspection negotiations, that you have that notice and that cancellation agreement. And then you have everything fully executed and then send it to Sarah for final approval. So just making sure that she gets it. If it goes into command, she does see it, but that doesn't trigger earnest money getting returned. So just make sure that that does get emailed to Sarah. If she's got any notes for you, like make any adjustments, she might need some additional information. Why did this fall apart is going to be a question. We just need to make sure that for compliance, we have our ducks in a row if somebody asks questions. Make sure it gets to title, it gets to anybody applicable, it gets to the lender, so everybody knows that this transaction is done. And then Sarah will communicate with our MCA for earnest money refund.
And
So-
trust funds, yeah.
And trust funds. yeah.
Trust funds, you guys, if you guys weren't here last week, Charlie tried to touch on that, but
Yes.
right now we're really urging everyone to start using trust funds and pushing it out to their clients, because like even with my deal, when it fell apart, when my buyers backed out, it was so easy. The money was back in my account. Like, I think it was Friday was processed and I got my money back by Tuesday.
Yes.
And it was all wired back in the same way that I sent it. It came back into my exact same account back.
Yep. And just a reminder, if you're doing that, you just write trust funds on the method of return for the office. And then it's the same thing. Still send it to Sarah. She'll start the process. And then a lot of people have asked, what do I do in command? And so that's the other side of the spreadsheet. So what do you do? Is it a buyer or a seller? What does that look like for your opportunities? So if there's questions, you can always reach out, but sometimes like this is just like, if you weren't sure, you've got the flow, and then specifics for your questions, don't hesitate. Any questions about this, just generally?
All right, cool. Awesome. Training and education. So make sure you guys are taking a look at the calendar. We do have Accelerator that is starting up. So we're super excited for that. It's going on right now. So we've got day 1 today that started, day 2 tomorrow going on, and day 3 and day 4 the rest of this week. And then again, next week, we've got homegrown crappers is going on every day. Do you guys have a good turnout today? A little bit, well, a lot of them are over in Accelerator too.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. A few of them that we're kind of wanting to touch with it. But yeah, we've got homegrown cappers going on. So we urge anyone that is out of PC to really dive into homegrown cappers. They're really working on some exciting stuff. And if you guys didn't already say it, keep Michelle in your prayers, please. Her mom has been in the hospital. And so she was AFib and she's going through a lot right now. So that's where Michelle hasn't been here, but keep her in your prayers. And then So budget mastermind, we've got that coming up this Thursday with Stephanie and Scott. So if you guys have a chance, jump on. Beginners at 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. will be advanced on Zoom. And we'll post out all the reminders about it. And then Outdoor Dreams by Dirt, don't forget, March 18th, they're going to be at Lake Country doing a lunch and learn at 10:30. That's right before our team meeting here. And then they'll be done by the team meeting. So they've got a lunch and learn, but we've got our big event going on that day as well. Okay. And then Price to Sell with Jay Schmidt, that's happening on March 19th at noon at the North Shore office. If any of you guys are interested, CMA training. And then Grow Your Farm by Focus Title. Awesome. Yeah, please do.
I know, I love it. It's so funny.
So this is a new program that Focus, in connection with Nightberry has. I've shared this with a couple people. We're really just kind of starting to learn a lot of information about this. This is gonna give you as the agent, the ability to have some kind of magic fingertip any time of the day. I know some of you have maybe ordered like a property profile before, where it's, you know, you're about to walk into a listing and you want a little bit of information before you actually sit down with the sellers. You're able to actually grab these property profiles yourself whenever you need them at any point. Along with that, the coolest feature is that this is also going to allow you to do farming through this program. So if you are somebody who, you know, wants to make calls or wants to send out mailers, this is going to allow you the ability to do that pretty much on your own. We are learning this. As I said, we've only had this program for about a month, so I'm really learning it right with you guys. I'm excited for you guys to see this though, because I think that there's so much information on here. A lot of it is free. So if you're just looking, let's just say, you know, you want a subdivision and you just want a list of names and addresses so that you can send out mailers, that's free. If it's, you have a subdivision that you want emails and phone numbers for those people, it's going to cost you, I think, anywhere from my understanding, anywhere from 8 cents to 75 cents, depending on the type of search that you're getting. This does probates, this does people in pre-foreclosure, this does, there's so much, so much information. It's kind of one of those things at this point though, because it's so new, I need you guys to sign up for it and play around with it and break the system so I know what you need. So, you know, I'm on the title side, so I have a title brain. I don't have the agent's mind to look for the things. So if you're interested in this, it is free to you guys completely. There's a lot of information that you can obtain on this program for free. Shoot me an email, let me know. I will get you signed up, get you a link. You can go in there, start playing around. My personal house has been pulled up so many times on this program. But that's kind of a good way to start so that you kind of see, you know, what you have.
What is your link?
There is no link. I have to send you an invite. So just shoot me a quick email and say you'd like.
Email.
Yep, just shoot me a quick email,
What is
text,
it?
whatever. Oh, LynAm@FocusTitle.wi.com. Also, along with that, Peter Gossman has had this now for a couple weeks and has really been playing around with it. He's going to do this Zoom training next week. It'll be recorded, so if you can't make that 11 o'clock time, you know, it might be something you want to watch down the road, but I highly encourage we all kind of join in on Peter and watch what he's learned. So shoot me an email, send me a text, any questions you guys have, let me know. Thank you.
All right, guys. Also the Leverage series that's happening the 26th through 27th with the region. If you're interested in going, they have pricing for that. I know that's spring break week, so a lot of people are out. But if you're new to 30, 60, 90 or career visioning, it's a good thing. And then the trade show, I know a lot of you guys are giving out tickets, as well as the land team will be there at the trade show. So if you guys go, you're sending clients, stop by and say hi. And they're looking for more land deals because the ones they were hoping to advertise already went under contract and are closing in 18 days. It's crazy.
All right.
Good problem to have. Mega Camp, they are $9.99 right now, guys. The prices will get jacked up. So get your early bird pricing. It is in San Antonio this year on the Riverwalk. And if you have not been, it is a lot of fun. And I know it's 110 degrees in Texas during that time, but the Riverwalk is typically 15 degrees cooler. If you do not know that fun fact, because of the shade and the buildings and the water, it actually comes across as cooler. And if you stop by any of the restaurants and get a flight, you won't even recognize the temperature. So it's all good. All right, language of real estate productivity reports. So Charlie's gonna kind of go over more of this next week. He just wants to give you guys a basis of it if you guys weren't here, but he's gonna go over it fully next week for our 18th meeting. And so we just kind of wanted to remind you guys and point out too that days on market, the average agent is doing 12.5 at Keller Williams, where other offices were hitting 2.4. So he talked about that last week. That was a huge thing for us to know that we were actually doing 12.6, closed units per agent. And that's a big difference with 5.5 million. So Milwaukee agents are outperforming all of the other agents at brokerages, and that's a big deal. So you guys are huge contribution to that. And I promised them we would save this for next week, so sorry. Yep. Okay, so the law reports he's gonna go over next week as well with you guys, but just something to kind of keep in mind, and we'll post these out for you guys if you need them earlier than next week. But just so you know, we're up to close units by 0.2%, closed sales volumes 13%, that's huge. Listings sold is up 0.2%, listings sold volume is up 13%, listings taken units is up 1%, listings taken volume 6%, and contracts written was a little bit down 3.7%. So those are great numbers to know overall. And the market center itself is doing really good. So if you guys haven't seen or heard, we have added 20 agents since January 10th. So we're excited for that. Here's January 2025 over January 2024. So that's amazing. To know that we're in this market. If I can get this black box, hold on, Adiel's away.
Do you want me to speak to, this is Sarah's been tracking this in.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Sarah, and the compliance team, as they're reviewing offers and opportunities, they're pulling some of the data to see what they're seeing as averages out there in the market. So in the month of January, they were looking at 272 accepted offers, average price was $371,000. Average list of sale price ratio was under 100%, and that's the first time in a long time that we've seen that. But I don't know about you guys, I'm seeing everything going over right now. So this is like, we're looking in the past. This is like what we're seeing right now, that data is from the past.
It's January.
That's
Right.
January. So keep that in mind.
Offers written in December,
Yes.
November, yeah.
Yes, well, I think we're looking at AOs in
Oh,
January.
okay.
And then at that time, it was 60%, just under 60% of people did have home inspections. 42%, even in January, were waiving them. And then about 30% were cash, just about 70% finance. We've seen that holding steady. And then I think the other interesting thing there is that at that time, only 8% of deals had appraisal gap guarantees at that point, with an average of 11,000. I don't know about you guys, I'm seeing those a lot more right now. So again, this is looking back about 2 months for that data.
Yeah, and John, you just spoke about this morning, about all the new appraisals and the gaps and the percentages changes that are going on. So yeah, are you guys seeing a huge influx in that?
Yeah, I mean, the last couple offers I've gotten accepted have.
Okay. Is everybody else kind of getting that too? Depends on what you're, okay. For agents that are newer into this market right now, do you have any tidbits? Yeah.
I'm seeing on the listing side is that we're still getting offers with no home inspections. But when we're getting multiple offers, it is such a smaller percentage, right?